Hey, how are you? Well, hello, my friends, and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, I wanted to do a walk and talk today because I have quite a bit on my mind, and I thought I'd get a little personal today. But I was driving to work and I thought, I just have this urge to film, this urge to create, this urge to share. I'm driving across the bridge there across the Bosque, and it's so green and so beautiful. I thought I want to film that and share it, and everything I look at I want to share. So that's kind of going to be the topic today, and aging and different things. And we'll walk around a little bit, look at some beautiful flowers, and just enjoy a midweek excursion. I found a little cozy spot here, and this is what we're dealing with. Just a sandwich, and it is quite warm, but there's a breeze, so not too bad. I wish I was in the shade, but that's all right. It's a very tilted table. It just goes straight downhill. Everything's crooked over here. Everything slants. We'll eventually be down in the arroyo there. But what's nice about the internet, when you post something to the internet, people all over the world can check it out if they're interested. I love seeing places I haven't heard of or even heard of, but really didn't know what they looked like. And it's nice to see a video or a bunch of videos on that area. It's like when I'm driving or going by the Bosque, people that live around here, they've seen it many, many times, but it might be very interesting to other people. I don't know what happened here, but woo! It doesn't look like they were cut down, the very jagged edges. Wind or lightning or what? Man, I'd hate to be standing under there when that came down. Surprised no one's picked it up. Well, the leaves aren't that dry, so maybe it hasn't been here too long. My goodness. I think we all have this innate need to create something. Even when I was a little kid, I had to create something. We all do. Crayons or clay. But when I was a teenager, I used to write a lot of songs, write music, played guitar. And not too long ago, I actually wrote a novella. I think that's what it's called, a short novel. Just this need to create. I thought that just started when I started doing my YouTube videos. But I think I've been trying to create forever. But now that I have my YouTube channel, I create something all the time, several times a week. Whether it's just a walk around a park or a festival, the creation is in finding something nice to take a picture of, whether it's a car or a mountain or a flower. Then on top of that, it's putting it together. That's where I really like the creativity. I sit there and I do all my editing and try to put it together to where it flows, where there's some kind of a story to it. Like there's a beginning, like an intro, then a middle, than an ending. And that's the way I like to do them. Some people just like to go, boom, that's the subject, and see you next time. So I think people appreciate that. That's something I kind of pride myself on. And sometimes it's not exactly pretty. It's a very muddy truck, some dead bushes, and a broken down tree. But to me, that's interesting. All you can do is hope that people follow you that have some of the same interests. Not everybody's gonna like my stuff. You know, people that are into car chases and police videos are not gonna probably like walking around a park looking at flowers. Walking around downtown, maybe. I've got very eclectic tastes. I can be driving down the road and see an old classic car, and the next minute see a rabbit run across the road, and there goes my attention span. I even think it's interesting. This is how quirky I am. All these little ashtrays and stuff and the table, I don't know if you can tell how crooked it is, but everything is leaning like there's been an earthquake or something. Then you got the fallen tree. There's always a story behind even the smallest thing. Got some real pretty trumpet flowers here. Huge. Way up there. Oh, don't want to fall down there. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about today has been on my mind quite a bit, is the attitude of aging. Whether if you're the one that's getting older or other people looking at older people. I'll tell you, I'd say about 95% of the time, it's no fun getting old. I'm not old, but I'm old, if that makes any sense. But it depends on several different factors. One is your attitude about aging. Do you whine about it and not exercise and not go to the doctor? Or do you take care of yourself? Or do you just kind of let things go? I personally am right in the middle there. Lately, for quite a while, I've had this just not caring attitude. And I don't know if that's my anxiety and depression seeping through, but I just don't like going to the doctors. The only reason I went this last time was because I had to get a prescription refilled, and I guess they have to have a visit on the books so they can keep giving it to you. So one of my prescriptions I'm afraid to quit taking because of the way it'll affect that area of my life. So I take several different prescriptions. Oh, this grass is long. I feel like I'm trampling through a jungle here. You can barely see the roots. But there's another attitude, another set of people that think they're not aging at all. Make plans like they're never gonna be leaving this earth. That always intrigues me. Maybe that's the way to go, but then again, wise man said, a man that examines his end of life is lives a better life. But yeah, I've had the attitude, I don't think it's that great of an attitude, but it's like, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about this or that. I have several health issues that drive me crazy. And I just don't want to get on going down the road and spending the rest of my days in surgeries and all that stuff. I think if I got some really bad news after some blood tests, I really think, of course, a lot of people say this, but they may not mean it, but right now, I think I would just kind of live my life as normal. And if it went downhill, it goes downhill and it ends. I just want to live my life on my terms, I think is what it is. Walking by that bridge, it kind of just hit me. It's like, that's kind of like what life is. That's kind of like what old age is like. You get to that point where you get to a certain age and you get to the beginning of that bridge and you enjoy the ride of the last few steps, nice views, do real good until the end, and that's it. It's a short bridge. It's a shorter bridge when you get to be older. Now, I know there's a lot of people that might say, well, I'm a lot older than you and I'm still out playing football. I know, that's great. Then there's the much younger people saying, I can't relate to that right now. I'm just living my life. And that's great too. Everybody is at a certain age where they're gonna think about that age. There are very few people when they're 30 think, let's see, I better start thinking about age 47. But yeah, you should think about your future. But I think the bottom line is you just need to enjoy each day the best you can and don't let things bother you too bad. Of course, one end of the spectrum, like me, is like, I don't care. And the other end is, well, some things are important. I'll put these to the side and try to work on these. And some things just aren't important. Sometimes they're hard to figure out. Sometimes when I do these walk and talks, it's kind of therapy for myself. And if you have someone to talk to, I definitely recommend talking to somebody. It's hard to find someone that will really sit there and listen and engage in what you're saying. Really listen, not just listen for a little bit, then tell you their problems. It makes a big difference. I guess I'm talking to you, my friends, through the screen. I appreciate you listening. So refreshing walking around somewhere that has a lot of grass, which we don't have a whole lot here in Albuquerque because of the drought. But this area kind of sucks up the water, that's for sure. Trees and grass and a little breeze, the ability to walk around, it's a wonderful thing. Huh. Looks like honeysuckle. Usually see that climbing up a fence or something. That's what it looks like, honeysuckle. I wanted to come by and look at this fountain here. Always so refreshing, especially when you're so thirsty from being out in this heat wave. Isn't that nice? That is so cold. It's a very simple thing. Very simple thing that means so much. Wow. That's a beautiful color right there. Love it. Some little beads there. It's interesting. Found some shade for a minute. Woo! I feel like my skin's burning. It's supposed to get hotter and hotter and hotter till like another 5 or 6 days. Then it's going to start coming down. But the problem is, when it comes down, it's going to rain and it's going to be humid. So if it's 10, 15 degrees lower, it's even worse with the humidity, I think. Well, that was a nice walk. The last thing on my mind, you might say, last but not least, and I was talking about it earlier about medical problems. If you have medical problems, then aging is really hard. And if you don't, sometimes it's a little easier. I love getting these little pods at different stages. Focus. Focus. Hey, aunt. Is that my aunt? That one's got little specks on it. I was thinking about my health the other day, and it clicked a memory. Right before COVID, right before there was big news, I remember not feeling well, and I got up in the wee hours of the morning and just stood straight up, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but I actually said to myself, I said, I'm dying. I am really dying. You could just feel it. You could almost feel the spirit coming out of you. It was so weird. I'll never forget that, even if my memory goes completely gone. But yeah, I kind of stumbled my way to the bathroom, and I felt a little bit better, but I was like ill for a few days. I don't know if I had COVID or not. I really don't. If I did, it was mild compared to other people that had it for weeks. But it's just nice to be able to walk around. I might have problems with my eyes. I might have problems with my knees, my back, all sorts of joint problems and other internal things. But I'm still going to say thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, universe, that I'm still able to walk around. My job is sometimes feels like I'm hanging by a thread, but I'm very thankful for having a job, a car, a house. It's just got to have prayers of gratitude. I think that's what we have to do. Get your mindset into just constantly thinking and finding ways to be thankful. And pretty soon you go, oh, wait a minute, there's like 75% of life is great. Maybe 80, maybe 90 as you keep practicing. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming along on this real walk and talk. I got to get back to work. At least there's a little bit of air conditioning in there. Gotta complain about the weather. You got to. Well, maybe you don't. See you next time. Bye for now. He's mowing the concrete. There it goes. Come on. Oh, blades hit the concrete.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After